Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Expat Echo, the podcast where we help you improve your English through real-life conversations.
I'm Lynn, and today we're continuing our series about job interviews in English.
In the previous episode, we focused on common interview questions and basic professional answers.
But today, we're taking things to the next level. We'll focus on more advanced interview situations that many professionals experience during real job interviews.
Exactly. Sometimes the interviewer asks difficult questions designed to test your confidence, communication skills, and problem-solving abilities.
And when English is not your first language, these questions can feel even more intimidating.
That's why today's episode will help you learn how to answer professionally, naturally, and confidently.
We'll listen to a longer and more realistic interview conversation.
Then we'll analyze some advanced professional expressions and strategies that can help you perform better in interviews. Let's listen to today's interview scenario.
This time, try to pay attention not only to the answers, but also to how the candidate explains experiences and handles difficult questions.
First listening, advanced interview story.
Good afternoon, Peter. Thank you for joining us today.
Good afternoon. Thank you for inviting me. I'm happy to be here.
I've reviewed your resume, and your background looks very interesting. Could you walk me through your professional experience?
Of course. I've spent the last 4 years working in digital marketing and content strategy. I started as a junior marketing assistant, but over time I took on more responsibilities related to campaign management, analytics, and client communication.
What would you say was your biggest professional achievement?
Last year, I led a social media campaign for a small startup that significantly increased customer engagement. Within 3 months, the company's online traffic grew by nearly 40%. It was rewarding because our team had limited resources, so creativity and collaboration were extremely important.
That sounds impressive. What skills helped you succeed in that project?
I believe communication and adaptability were the most important. Marketing trends change very quickly, so being flexible and open to feedback helped our team adjust strategies effectively.
Tell me about a difficult situation you experienced at work.
Certainly. During one project, our team had a misunderstanding with a client regarding deadlines and expectations. The situation created tension because both sides felt frustrated.
How did you handle it?
I organized a meeting where everyone could openly discuss the situation. I focused on listening carefully, clarifying misunderstandings, and proposing realistic solutions. In the end, we rebuilt trust with the client and successfully completed the project.
That's a strong example of conflict resolution. Now, I'd like to ask something more challenging. Why are you leaving your current job?
I've learned a great deal in my current role, and I appreciate the opportunities I receive there. However, I'm now looking for a position that offers more professional growth and allows me to work on larger international projects.
I see. And how do you usually respond to criticism or feedback?
I try to view feedback as an opportunity for improvement. Of course, criticism can sometimes feel uncomfortable, but I believe professional growth depends on learning from mistakes and continuously developing new skills.
That's a very mature perspective. Let's imagine you are managing multiple deadlines at the same time. How would you prioritize your work?
I would first evaluate urgency and impact. Then I would organize tasks based on deadlines and communicate clearly with team members if adjustments were necessary. Staying organized helps reduce unnecessary stress.
Excellent. Another important question: what motivates you professionally?
I'm motivated by continuous growth and meaningful work. I enjoy seeing measurable results and contributing to projects that create value for both clients and teams.
Do you prefer working independently or collaboratively?
I'm comfortable working in both environments, but I believe collaboration often leads to stronger ideas and better outcomes. At the same time, I'm capable of working independently when necessary.
Very good. Before we finish, do you have any questions for us?
Yes, actually. I'd like to know how your company supports employee development and professional training.
We strongly encourage continuous learning. Employees regularly participate in workshops, mentorship programs, and industry conferences.
That's wonderful to hear. Continuous learning is something I value highly.
Thank you again for your time today, Peter. We'll be in touch after completing the interview process.
Thank you very much for the opportunity. I enjoyed our conversation, and I look forward to hearing from you.
Deep dive and key expressions.
Let's examine some advanced interview expressions from today's conversation.
First, walk me through your professional experience. This is a more advanced version of tell me about yourself. The interviewer wants a structured summary of your career journey.
Another important phrase, professional achievement. This refers to something successful or meaningful you accomplished in your career.
A very useful expression was conflict resolution. This means solving disagreements or difficult situations in a professional way.
And here's another powerful phrase, constructive feedback. This refers to advice or criticism intended to help someone improve.
Peter also used strong professional vocabulary like adaptability, the ability to adjust to change, collaboration, working effectively with others, prioritize, deciding which tasks are most important.
One especially professional answer was, I'm looking for opportunities for professional growth. This is a respectful and positive way to explain why you want a new job.
And finally, a very professional interview question from the candidate. How does your company support employee development? Asking thoughtful questions at the end of an interview shows preparation, confidence, and genuine interest.
Now let's listen to the interview one more time.
This time, focus on how the candidate gives detailed answers while remaining calm and professional. Second listening. Good afternoon, Peter. Thank you for joining us today.
Good afternoon. Thank you for inviting me. I'm happy to be here.
I've reviewed your resume, and your background looks very interesting. Could you walk me through your professional experience?
Of course. I've spent the last 4 years working in digital marketing and content strategy. I started as a junior marketing assistant, but over time I took on more responsibilities related to campaign management, analytics, and client communication.
What would you say was your biggest professional achievement?
Last year, I led a social media campaign for a small startup that significantly increased customer engagement. Within 3 months, the company's online traffic grew by nearly 40%. It was rewarding because our team had limited resources, so creativity and collaboration were extremely important.
That sounds impressive. What skills helped you succeed in that project?
I believe communication and adaptability were the most important. Marketing trends change very quickly, so being flexible and open to feedback helped our team adjust strategies effectively.
Tell me about a difficult situation you experienced at work.
Certainly. During one project, our team had a misunderstanding with a client regarding deadlines and expectations. The situation created tension because both sides felt frustrated.
How did you handle it?
I organized a meeting where everyone could openly discuss the situation. I focused on listening carefully, clarifying misunderstandings, and proposing realistic solutions. In the end, we rebuilt trust with the client and successfully completed the project.
That's a strong example of conflict resolution. Now, I'd like to ask something more challenging. Why are you leaving your current job?
I've learned a great deal in my current role, and I appreciate the opportunities I received there. However, I'm now looking for a position that offers more professional growth and allows me to work on larger international projects.
I see. And how do you usually respond to criticism or feedback? And how do you usually
I try to view feedback as an opportunity for improvement. Of course, criticism can sometimes feel uncomfortable. Of course, criticism can sometimes feel uncomfortable. But learning from mistakes growth depends and continuously developing new skills. And continuously developing new skills.
Let's imagine you are managing multiple deadlines. How would you prioritize your work?
I would first evaluate urgency and impact. I would first evaluate tasks based on deadlines. Then I would organize clearly with team members if adjustments were necessary. Clearly with team members. Staying organized if adjustments helps reduce unnecessary stress. Staying organized helps reduce unnecessary stress.
Question. Excellent. What motivates you professionally? Another important question.
I'm motivated by continuous growth and meaningful work. I'm motivated by continuous growth seeing and measurable results and contributing to projects. I enjoy seeing measurable results that create value and contributing for both clients and teams. That create value for both clients and teams.
Independently or collaboratively? Do you prefer
I'm comfortable working in both environments. But I believe collaboration often leads to stronger ideas. At the same time, I'm capable of working independently when necessary.
Do you have any questions for us before we finish?
Yes, actually.
Do you have any questions
I'd like to know how your company supports. I'd like to know how your company supports and professional training, employee development, and professional training.
Continuous learning. Employees regularly participate in workshops. Employees regularly participate in industry conferences, mentorship
That's wonderful to hear.
And industry conferences.
Continuous learning is something I value highly. Continuous learning is something I value highly.
Peter. We'll be in touch after completing the interview process.
Thank you very much for the opportunity. Thank you very much for the opportunity, and I look forward to hearing from you. I enjoyed our conversation, and I look forward to hearing from you. Today we focused on several advanced interview expressions and strategies.
Professional achievement, conflict resolution, constructive feedback, conflict resolution, constructive feedback, prioritize tasks, adaptability development, prioritize
We also
tasks,
learned how to answer
employee
difficult
development.
interview questions.
We also
in a calm, professional, and confident interview
way.
questions in
And
a
now
calm,
we'd love to hear
professional,
from you.
and confident
What is the
way.
most difficult question? And now we'd love to hear
ever been
from you.
asked during
What
a
is
job
the most
interview?
difficult question?
Or maybe you've had an
ever been
interview
asked during a
experience that
job
taught you an
interview.
important lesson. Or maybe you've had an interview experience that
listening
taught
to
you an
Expat
important
Echo.
lesson. Keep practicing, stay
Thanks for
confident,
listening to
and we'll see you in the
Expat
next
Echo.
episode. Keep practicing, stay confident, and we'll see you in the next episode.